Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Toyota Auris car. The Auris, presented in 2006, was supposed to replace the Corolla, but only as a hatchback. The Corolla went on sale the same year, and technically differed little from the Auris. The new model was also supposed to be clearly different. It was aimed mainly at Europe, but it still pleased with the same features that customers were accustomed to. Very conservative technology, durable mechanics, petrol engines without supercharging. Compared to the previous Corollas, the Auris looks quite bold. And the same can be said about the dashboard, with the middle part floating above the center tunnel. The high body has allowed for a lot of space. The trunk is average, just like the whole car, which in terms of driving characteristics, ride comfort, equipment, or anything else, does not stand out in any way. You will look in vain for a rich engine range or sports versions. However, ultimately, it is a very good offer on the secondary market, provided that there are no large diesel engines working under the hood. The 2.0 and 2.2 D4D engines are simply defective, although opinions about them can vary wildly. Some praise them, others quite the opposite. The point is that not all units had defects in the form of settling sleeves, pitting in the block, or failure of head gaskets. In addition, the gearboxes were not prepared to work with a torque of 300 to 400 Newton meters. Another thing is that repairs to these engines, even replacement of consumables such as the clutch, injection system, are simply expensive. And in the end, fuel consumption of 6.5 to 7.5 100 kilometers is not worth the risk. The 1.4 D4D diesel engine is the complete opposite. The best diesel engine you can buy in a compact car at this price and from this period. A simple, undemanding, durable, and even quite dynamic unit, burning an average of 5.5 L 100 kilometers. It has no dual-mass flywheel and DPF filter. Of course, this is an engine for people who like a gentle driving style, ideal for commuting to work. Booma. The petrol versions are also not bad. However, I would advise you to aim for 1.6 or 1.8 engines. Smaller ones are quite weak, but also prone to excessive oil consumption. This is mainly due to improper servicing, especially in fleet cars. Changing the oil in such a small, high-performance engine as the 1.33 or 1.4 every 15,000 kilometers is a big mistake. It is worth noting that the 1.33 has quite weak piston rings, which can cause low compression. The 1.6 and 1.8 dual VVTi units fare better in this respect, although not ideally. Although, to tell the truth, the problem with oil consumption was only completely eliminated with the introduction of the Valvomatic family in 2009. Nevertheless, the older VVTi can still be recommended, just not for driving on LPG. From the very beginning to the present day, the hybrid with the 1.8 unit has been excellent in terms of operation. The almost completely failure-free version burns an average of 5.5 L 100 kilometers, which is 1 to 2 L less than other petrol versions. The biggest problems of the Auris HSD are the reduced boot to 227 Ls and the dragging ECVT gearbox. The battery is not a big problem. A huge advantage of all engines is the timing based on a durable chain. If you care about driving on LPG, I recommend only hybrid and petrol engines from the Valvomatic family. The remaining areas of this model leave no doubt that, in accordance with the advertising slogan, Toyota is the leader in reliability. The car is practically maintenance-free, with good access to cheap spare parts, which sometimes has minor electrical problems. On a daily basis, as certain as death and taxes. Common faults in Toyota Auris: excessive oil consumption in petrol engines, outside the Valvomatic family. Diesels 2.0 and 2.2 many failures in the area of the block-to-head connection. Premature failure of ignition coils. Problem with the operation of the gearshift mechanism. Low durability of the drivetrain, clutch and gearbox in 2.0 and 2.2 diesel engines. Problems with cylinder heads when driving on LPG VVTi only. What to look for? 1.4 D4D or Valvomatic petrol version. What to avoid? 2.0 and 2.2 D4D diesels. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know of any problems with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to write about them in the comments.